Coming up, I will discuss how we assume that people know what we know, but they don't. I'll explain what the curse of knowledge is and how to avoid it. Let's get started. If you're new here, my name is Matthew Royce. I am a knowledge enthusiast. What are they talking about? I don't understand the jargon and acronyms they are using. What exactly is this person trying to say? This is what people may say about your communication. It seems so easy for you because you know it. It's a different thing to communicate what you know. It is even more challenging to combine what you know. Then consider how you communicate or show others what you know. Finally, think about what they know. To become a better communicator, you must take a fresh perspective. It's critical to approach the topic as if seeing it for the first time. You assume your audience has the same knowledge as you do. They do not. You have the curse of knowledge bias. So what is the curse of knowledge? The curse of knowledge is a thinking bias. It occurs when a person, while communicating with another, unknowingly assumes that the other person has the same knowledge. They also think the same background is needed to understand what you are saying. Some people call this curse of knowledge bias the curse of expertise. The term curse of knowledge was coined by economists in an article in the Journal of Political Economy. The concept gained widespread attention in the popular book Made to Stick by Chip and Dan Heath. The book describes a 1990 study by Elizabeth Newton, a Stanford University graduate student. She divided her study participants into two groups, tappers and listeners. The tappers play songs while the listeners must guess them. The result, the tappers were moderately confident that the listeners would be able to guess. That wasn't the case. Only 1 in 40 songs was correctly guessed. This shows the power of ambiguity and misunderstanding. It happens to us all the time. It even happens to the experts. We all have ideas we want to share. We know those ideas that we want others to know. The key is not to be so overly confident that your readers and listeners know what you mean. Your messages are often hidden in what you write and say, as well as in your body language. Don't assume your audience knows what you're talking about. Be specific. Over-communicate. Explain the basics, even if they may be boring to you. So how do you avoid the curse of knowledge? Here are 5 critical tips to help you avoid the pitfalls created by the curse of knowledge bias. Number 1, use simple language. Avoid jargon, avoid gobbledygook, and use plain and simple language. We don't need to leverage our synergies. To prevent gaps in knowledge with your audience, explain every technical term. Even if it seems obvious to you, it doesn't mean your audience finds it obvious. You use the acronyms or terms frequently, your audience may not. The key is to make sure you're on the level playing field concerning definitions and terminology. This is where learning and communication start. Number 2, polish your writing. Read your article slowly and don't read between the lines. What are the words that are actually on the paper and not in your head? What does each sentence say? What is missing from my story or explanation? Polishing your writing takes some time, especially if you want to do it correctly. Once you have the right mindset for editing and polishing, you can review your articles and stories more quickly. When you edit, don't remove parts of your article that the readers want to read. When you edit your writing, be careful not to cut a good story or a metaphor. Also, make sure your sentences have one main thought and make each sentence memorable. Tighten up your writing. Remove redundant words and phrases. The best writing is clear, concise, and polished. Number 3, use examples, analogies, and stories. An analogy helps you make complex subjects simple. An example makes an abstract concept real. A personal story shows vulnerability to your audience. All of these things help you gain trust. It always helps to tell stories that highlight the worst and best of things. People like to see the positive and the negative. Telling stories is an excellent way to establish your credibility. Creating analogies is a fantastic way for deepening understanding. Using examples helps add value with facts. All three help your audience relate to you and your topic. Number 4, break it down into smaller parts. Your topic may come easily to you, but that doesn't mean it will come easily to your audience. It is helpful to consider every step or part of the outcome. Think about it like tying your shoes or tying a tie. It's essential to teach each step or skill needed separately. Then, after your audience learns that step or skill, they gain new skills. Think of it as chapters in a book. Each chapter builds on the last one to tell a bigger story. Also, take things slowly so you don't teach too much at once. Break up different parts of a subject and go deeper on a topic. When you put all the parts together, you'll get a more educated audience. Number 5, solicit feedback and empathize. To confirm that your audience understands what you're saying, you should solicit feedback. This will allow you to assess your knowledge compared to others. Keep communicating with your audience, especially if they leave comments on your content. The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, the great teacher inspires, said William Arthur Ward, an American motivational writer. Also, emphasize with your audience. Learning can be hard work. Please encourage them to continue learning and to recognize you are learning too about teaching. Okay, let's bring it all together. First, if you like what you saw here, please hit the subscribe button below. In the book, The Sense of Style, author Steven Pinker says, the curse of knowledge is the best explanation. It is the single best reason why good people write bad prose. Remember, to write better, you should assume nothing. But it does mean you must communicate more carefully about what you know. Use concrete examples and stories to explain abstract ideas. The first and most important part of writing and communicating is knowing that the curse of knowledge happens to all of us. After watching this video, you'll start to notice it more in your professional and personal life. You won't be able to escape the curse of knowledge, at least you can be aware of it. You can learn how to avoid it as much as possible. Thank you for watching. Until next time.